जो 21 दिन में हमें हमारे पैसे डबल वापस मिलते हैं?
That's a very intelligent question. देखिए, हमारी कंपनी जिस फॉरेन कंपनी में अपने पैसे इन्वेस्ट करती है, वो हमें हमारे पैसे 7 दिन में डबल करके देते हैं।
ओह, I see. यार राजू, हम लोग डायरेक्ट उसी कंपनी में जाते हैं। भगवान के वास्ते चुप रहो ना।
Are you satisfied, Mr. Shyam?
जी, श्योर।
आप तीनों के पैसे डबल हो जाएंगे। ताली नहीं, पैसे पैसे। ये रखिए, इसमें रिसीट है।
इसमें 50 लाख है, इसमें 50 लाख, 1 करोड़ हो गया।
हाँ, ओके
ओके ओके।
कंग्रेचुलेशंस, बस कुछ ही दिनों में आप सब करोड़पति बनने वाले हैं।
क्या राजू, वो तेरे डबल वाली का ऑफिस किधर है रे बाबा? अरे ये क्या, ये बिल्डिंग में, ये देख। चलते चलते। अरे किधर गया ऑफिस?
हमारे पैसे किधर है?
ये तो खंडर है। अरे कहाँ गया ऑफिस? हटो रे, हटो यहाँ से। क्या आता है? वो लक्ष्मी चिटफंड का ऑफिस था ना, क्या बोर्ड लगा हुआ था, किधर गया वो? अरे मैं खुद वो ऑफिस ढूंढ रहा हूँ। अरे यहाँ था ना भी ऑफिस। अरे यही था ना उस दिन ऑफिस में। वो लड़की क्या है, जल्दी बता। अरे भाई साहब, हम लोग यहाँ हमारा डबल लेने के लिए खड़े हैं। डबल पगार मिलेगा बोलकर नौकरी पे रखा था। आज यहाँ आए तो पता चला कि सब रफू चक्कर है। क्या?
Hello everyone. So you all might be wondering what is going on. If the money needs to grow, what are the different ways the money can grow, the wealth can grow? Obviously, one way is you try to enter into the foolish schemes like Akshay Kumar did. In 21 days the money gets double. The other is 1 2 ka 4 option. And third alternative is investing in share market. If you rightly invest your money in share market and in proper companies shares and scripts, then of course you might not get your money doubled in 21 days, but at least you'll get it doubled maybe in 21 months, 2 years period of time, somewhere around, and your wealth may become many-fold even in 21 years. So all of you look at this amazing facts, okay? Before we start with our semester 3 unit 1 chapter 3, issue of bonus shares. See, we have already done with the chapter of issue of shares, share capital transactions. Now next what we take up is chapter number 3. Chapter 2 was share capital, chapter number 3 issue of bonus shares. Since it is connected with the journal entries of previous shares, I am taking up with this shares in continuation of share capital. Bonus, not a new term for all of us. In general life, we keep on listening and hearing this term, Diwali bonus. Your parents might be getting the bonus in Diwali. We give bonus to our staff during Diwali. Whenever any festival comes, you'll find the sweepers and the other people coming to your place and asking for bonus. So bonus is a very common term. What is bonus? Giving something extra. Once again, what is bonus? Giving something extra for which you don't get anything in return. For which you don't get anything in return. If there is an employee in my company, I pay him actually 13 months salary. He is working for 12 months. But in Diwali, when we give them 1 month extra salary as a bonus, so he is getting 13 months salary in return of only the work done for 12 months. So 1 month extra money he is getting. Same is the concept of bonus shares. Here you get extra shares. Here you get extra shares free of cost. Free of cost means if you are a shareholder of the company and the company declares bonus, you will get more shares of that company without paying any money. That is called bonus shares. Okay, I repeat. I'll make you write the definition also later on. What is a bonus share? Based on your existing shareholding in the company, you get extra shares from the company without paying anything for the same. Before we completely understand the concept of bonus shares, accounting, etc., look at some amazing facts. This fact I had shared with you in my first video lecture of share capital also. I'll repeat that fact again because it is related to bonus. Look at this amazing fact. If you would have purchased 100 shares of Infosys at the time of IPO, initial public offering, which came in the year 1993, then at that time the price of the share was 95 rupees. It was launched in the share market. How much you would have invested? 100 into 95, 9,500. Now, after 1993, company gave bonus in 1994. 1:1 bonus means against one share you get one bonus. So your shares become double. From 100 they become 200. Again 1:1 bonus in 1997 they become 400. In 1999 they become 800 because of 1:1 bonus. Further that 800 becomes 6400 because of 3:1 bonus. There was a split of 2:1 also in that year. Split just means face value is decreased, number of shares are increased. Okay, split means if you have 100 shares of 100 rupees, the wealth is 10,000 rupees. Split means from 100 they cut down the face value to 10 and your shares from 100 they make it 1,000. So 1,000 into 10, 10,000. Anyway, that 800 shares became 6,400 because of the split also and bonus also. That 6,400 from 2004 in 2006 again because of 1:1 it became double, 12,800. That 12,800 became 25,600, 1:1. 25,600 became 51,200 shares in 2015 because of 1:1 bonus. And again in 2018, last bonus was declared by Infosys in 2018, 1:1. So that 51,200 shares become 1,02,400 shares. Means 100 shares what you purchased in the company. If in 1993 you have not sold any shares after that till date, then right now you have how many shares of the company? 1,02,400 shares. And its market value, actually it's more, this is a slightly old image. Right now the price running is about 900 rupees. This is somewhere around 700 rupees, 2-3 months old image. So at that time itself your wealth becomes 7 crore 23 lakh 96,800. Just 9,500 you invested becomes 7 crore 23 lakh 96,800 by the year 2018. Imagine. And right now it is somewhere around 9 crore rupees because of its market value. And you also get annual dividends of 17 lakh 92,000. This is the power of bonus shares. That is what we are going to understand in this chapter, but our concepts are going to related only accounting part. Okay, this bonus shares image is just explaining you how your shares and wealth is growing because of bonus. One more amazing fact I'll share you of Wipro company. Wipro is also an Indian company, you all must be aware of it. In 1980, if you would have purchased 100 shares, forget the face value because you don't get it at face value. You buy it from the stock market at a different value. But 100 shares, in 1981 company gave 1:1 bonus, so it became double, 200. Again in 1985, 400. Then as I said, stock split means from 100 rupees they decrease the face value to 10 and number of shares from 400 they increased to 4,000. So 400 into 100 is also 40,000. 4,000 into 10 is also 40,000. Your total wealth remains same, but number of shares increases and virtually market price also increases. That magic we will see in the later part today. From 4,000 again because of 1:1 bonus, 8,000, then 16, 32, 64, then 2:1 bonus means 3 times. 64,000 into 3, 1,92,000. Then again, stock split resulted straight away into 9,60,000 shares with you. Then again, double bonus. Then again, 1:1. Then 2:3, and then 1:1. So 100 shares what you held in 1980 of Wipro company, if you have not sold them, they are 1 crore 92 lakh shares with you. 1 crore 92 lakh shares with you, what you had 100 shares at that point of time. And gosh, what is its market value today? Somewhere around 250 rupees. 1 crore 92 lakhs into 250 rupees. Imagine your wealth. Just imagine it. This is the power of bonus. Let us understand how it works. Dear attendant, suppose you buy 100 shares at rupees 300, means you are investing 30,000 rupees. Now if company gives 1:1 bonus, then against 100 you'll get 100 shares in bonus, 1:1. So you will have now 100 plus 100, 200 shares, your shares will become double. But practically what happens? As the company declares 1:1 bonus, the market value falls down to half. Means that right now you have 100 shares of 300 rupees. Your shares from 100 become double 200, but market price from 300 becomes half 150. So 200 into 150, as an immediate effect, your total wealth will remain same. On that day you will wonder that your wealth is remaining same only. 200 into 150, 30,000. Shares are becoming double, but market price is becoming half. So total wealth of yours still remains 30,000 only. However, what are its after effects? Understand that. After effects means if the company declares bonus today, what will happen in the next 2, 3, 5 months period of time? After effects. 300 shares price falls down to 150. As an after effect, can I say that the share becomes cheaper? As an after effect, we can say that share becomes cheaper because earlier it was available in the stock market at 300 rupees. Now it is available at 150. As a result, share becomes cheaper. So more people can buy it. Why more people can buy it? It comes within the purchasing power of more people. Economics, you would have studied this. More people can buy due to increase in purchasing power. Okay, because that 300 rupees shares are now available at 150 rupees. So earlier if anyone had only 150 rupees to invest, he could not even buy a single share. But now that person can also buy the share of the company. So more people can buy due to increase in purchasing power. Now what will happen? Because more people will buy, demand will increase. Demand of that company's shares will increase. As the demand increases, price in the stock market will also increase. You will observe that this 150 rupees will rise back to 300 or even more amount. It will rise to even 300 or more in the stock market in just few months period of time. So what will happen in few months? Suppose after 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, okay, 7 months, the price comes back to the level of 300. Your shares already became 200. So suppose this happens after 7 months, you will find that after 7 months, straight away your wealth becomes 200 shares into rupees 300, 60,000 from 30,000. So yes, as an immediate effect, the wealth remains same. But as the price goes down, more people buy those companies' shares. Later on, the price again starts rising. Over just few months period of time, your wealth comes back to the same level. And that's why we have seen in this amazing facts that 95 rupees shares today are above 900 rupees. Your number of shares also increased from 100 to 1,02,400 and market price also from 95 to 950. Okay, so wealth increased manifold times. No need to go into that Lakshmi Chit Fund to get double in 21 days. Buy shares of a good company, you'll automatically get it double in few months or short period of time. And same happened with Wipro company also. However, this was just a concept of bonus, how it is important for all the shareholders and how does it result in manifold wealth for you. Now let's kick start with the chapter and the basics. So very first of all of you note down the meaning of bonus shares. Give the heading in your notebooks. Meaning of bonus shares. This all you did not have to write. Now what I am explaining you is supposed to be written in your notebook. So meaning of bonus shares. Okay, all of you take out your notebooks and write it down. Meaning of bonus shares. Now, write down bonus shares are extra shares or additional shares issued to existing shareholders without charging for the same. Means free of cost. You have to do nothing. Straight away in Demat account your shares will get double or triple what based on the number of bonus shares declared by the company or ratio of bonus shares declared by the company. Now how does the company do this? Understand it. From company's point of view, I repeat, from company's point of view, it is merely an accounting adjustment. Adjustment you all understand? Jugaad. An accounting adjustment which practically results into increase in wealth for the shareholders. So why the company won't do it? How does the company get affected? Company is not affected at all. Their total share capital and capitalization remains same because company gives this bonus by withdrawing from reserves. By withdrawing from reserves. Basically, what is the company doing? Company is transferring the money from one pocket to another pocket. That's it. From the left side pocket, the company is transferring the money to right side pocket. The money or the share capital remains in the company only. They issue this bonus shares by withdrawing from reserves. That is why I write down it is also called as capitalization of reserves. Issue of bonus itself is also called as capitalization of reserves because reserves you are converting into share capital. You are withdrawing from reserves and converting the same into share capital. So issue of bonus is also called as capitalization of reserves. Now understand it with an example which you don't have to write. Okay, you don't have to write this example, just understand it. Existing, there are 10,000 shares in the company of rupees 10 each. That is 1 lakh is the share capital, 10,000 into 10. An existing company have reserves of 1 lakh. Now suppose company gives half bonus, 1:2. 1:2 means half bonus. If you have 2 shares, you'll get 1 share in bonus. If you have 100 shares, you'll get 50 shares in bonus, half bonus. So after bonus, what will happen? After bonus, what will happen? If company gives half bonus, means 10,000 half, 5,000 bonus. So here the share capital will increase by 5,000 shares and value will increase 5,000 shares into 10, 50,000. Means after effect will be now, after giving the bonus 10,000 plus half 5,000, in the share capital of company will have 15,000 shares of rupees 10 each, that is 1,50,000. But how will the company give this 50,000? What did I tell you? By withdrawing from reserves. By withdrawing from reserves means this 50,000 company will take from the reserves. So resultantly after the bonus, how much reserves will remain in the company? 1 lakh minus 50,000, 50,000. What is the total shareholders funds or capitalization before the bonus? 1 lakh plus 1 lakh, 2 lakhs. What is the total capitalization after the bonus? 1,50,000 plus 50,000, 2 lakhs. It remains same. And that is what I said to you. What is the company doing in this bonus shares? Just transferring the money from one pocket to another. Maybe from shirt's pocket to pants pocket. But the money remains with the company only. The adjustment is done only in books of accounts. What adjustment is done in books of accounts? In share capital the amount is added and in reserves the amount is subtracted. Total capitalization remains same. From company's point of view, the capital structure remains same. But from shareholders' point of view, after few months or years, because of increase in market price, their wealth does increase. We are going to study this chapter from company's point of view. We are going to understand in this chapter accounting for bonus shares. So this all was just as an extra knowledge how the bonus is helpful for the shareholders. But from exam point of view, this is all what is important. Okay, this example you don't have to write. So look at the meaning of bonus shares again. Bonus shares are extra shares issued to existing shareholders without charging for the same. And since you give the bonus by withdrawing from the reserves, it is also called as capitalization of reserves. From reserves, company subtract the amount in the books of accounts. In share capital, company adds the amount in the books of accounts. But overall capitalization and shareholders funds remains same. Okay. Now how to do the accounting for the same we have to understand. But before that, give the heading types of bonus shares. All of you give the heading types of bonus shares. Yes, before we look at the accounting part in detail, you must understand that company can give the bonus in two different ways. Okay. This also you have to write in the notebook. After meaning of bonus shares, you write down this types of bonus shares. Now, how can the company give the bonus to the shareholders? In two different ways. First, partly paid bonus. And second, fully paid up bonus shares. Okay, one is partly paid up bonus shares, the other is fully paid up bonus shares. Now, Understand what are this partly paid up and fully paid up bonus shares? Partly paid up bonus shares means, suppose, don't write it, just understand it first, then what you have to write, I'll dictate it to you. So don't write this presently. Suppose company has, as I said, 10,000 shares of rupees 10 each, but out of 10 rupees, company has called only 8 rupees, which is paid by the shareholders. We studied in share capital chapter, application, allotment, first call, final call. Let us say application, allotment, first call, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 3, 8 rupees company has called up. Everyone has paid also, no calls in arrears. Company has not yet asked for 2 rupees of final call. Now what does the company do? Company gives this 2 rupees of final call as bonus. Means company makes this shares of 10 rupees fully paid up without shareholders paying this 2 rupees. Company gives this as bonus, means now the shares become 10,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Instead of 8 paid up, now they become fully paid up in the balance sheet of the company. And shareholders don't have to pay that 2 rupees. That 2 rupees company gives them as bonus. This is called partly paid bonus shares. So what are partly paid bonus shares? You would write below that. Okay, what are partly paid bonus shares? You would be writing below that final call is given as bonus. Partly paid bonus shares means final call money which the shareholder is supposed to pay. Now he doesn't have to pay that. That company gives to him as bonus. So don't write this example, just note down this. Partly paid bonus shares means final call is given by the company as bonus. Shareholders don't have to pay that final call money. And what is fully paid bonus shares? This example, what I gave you. You had 200 shares. Okay, you had 100 shares. Company gave 100 extra in bonus. So now you have 200 shares. So fully paid up bonus shares means below that, right? Additional shares are issued. Additional shares are issued, but to whom? Existing shareholders, and they don't have to pay the money. So bonus, fully paid up bonus shares means the shares are already fully paid, but if you have 100 shares, you get 15 bonus or 100 in bonus or maybe 200 in bonus. So now you have the number of shares 100 plus 200, 300, that way. Fully paid up bonus shares means the money is already fully paid and now the company is issuing additional shares to the existing shareholders. And partly paid bonus shares means the final call which is pending to be paid by the shareholders, now they are not supposed to pay the same. So there are two types of bonus shares. Okay, partly paid bonus shares, fully paid bonus shares. Now, before we understand the accounting part in detail, first we will understand, all of you give the heading, sources of bonus issue. Means which all reserves can be used to give bonus shares. So give the heading in your notebooks, sources of bonus issue. So which all shares are fully paid and partly paid bonus shares are possible. Now which all sources can be utilized to give this bonus? Reserves are to be utilized, but which all reserves? Every reserve cannot be used. So which all reserve? Very first, capital redemption reserve. All of you can pause the video and make the columns etc. wherever required. Fully paid up bonus shares, and this is the priority also. Okay, this is the order of priority also, you have to remember. Order of priority means if the company has the reserves, very first priority company will use which reserve to give fully paid bonus shares? Capital redemption reserve. What do you mean by redemption? I repeat, what do you mean by redemption? Redemption means repayment. Okay, redemption means repayment. So this is a capital redemption reserve which is exclusively created to repay to the shareholders. Now since this bonus shares we are giving to the shareholders only in the form of repayment, we can use first priority which reserve of the company? Capital redemption reserve. Second priority, security premium. Now what is security premium? When you issue the shares to the public, you collect more money from them. Face value is 10 rupees, premium 5 rupees. So 10 rupees shares, you collect 5 rupees extra from them. The security premium comes in reserves and surplus. Now, since you collected extra money to them, same you can use in your books of accounts to give and pay back to them itself as bonus. From shareholders only you have collected extra money, so now you repay back to them only. And actually you are not repaying only anything. You are just making a book adjustment. From reserve you are transferring the money to share capital. But for shareholders it is increasing their wealth. So company is also in a win-win situation. Shareholders are also in a win-win situation. Second priority what you can use for giving fully paid bonuses, security premium. Third priority, capital reserve. Simply capital reserve. Which capital reserve? Like we had seen in the past chapter, last entry of profit of forfeiture, share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. That capital reserve can be given in bonus shares. However, all of you keep it in mind, the capital reserves which are not available in the company in the form of cash. Okay, capital reserves which are not available in the company in the form of cash cannot be used to give bonus shares. Now you may imagine, how can a capital reserve be there in the company not in the form of cash? It can be there. In past chapters, admission of partner, retirement of partner, did you study something like revaluation account? That revaluation reserve. If the building of company is 10 lakhs, it is not sold, but its present market value is 12 lakhs. So company creates a revaluation reserve of 2 lakhs which is transferred to capital reserve. I repeat, land and building of 10 lakhs, market value has gone up and become 12 lakhs. So that 2 lakhs is not a profit right now because you have not sold the building. You have not got that money in cash. But the value has gone up. So what will you do? Asset side, land and buildings value you will increase by 2 lakhs. And liability side, you will create a revaluation reserve of 2 lakhs. So your balance sheet will tally. That 2 lakhs appreciation of land and building is getting transferred to which reserve? Revaluation reserve, which is also a capital reserve. That reserve cannot be used to give bonus shares because it is not available in cash. It is a fictitious profit. Value of building has increased, but it is not sold yet. Yes, if you sell building of 10 lakhs for 12 lakhs, then that 2 lakhs is available in cash. That revaluation or capital reserve can be used. But if you just increase the value of land in your books, you are not selling that land and simultaneously creating a revaluation reserve, that capital reserve, revaluation reserve cannot be used to give bonus shares because it is not available in cash. So first priority, all these are capital reserves in nature. First priority, we have to use capital reserves to give bonus share. Which three kind of capital reserves? Capital reserves means not from the revenue profits of the company. These three reserves are not earned from the revenue profits of the company. First priority, we will use capital redemption reserve. Second priority, we will use security premium. Third priority, we will use capital reserve. Then you can use the revenue reserves of the company like general reserve. These are all revenue reserves created from the revenue profits of the company. Profit and loss accounts balance itself. Okay, profit and loss accounts balance itself. and any other revenue reserve can be used, which is created from the profits of the company. But this is the order of priority you will follow. Very first priority, you will use capital redemption reserve if available in the books. If not available, use security premium. If not available, use capital reserve, but only which is available in cash. Then if it is not there, you use general reserve or P&L or revenue reserve in any order. These three can be used in any order. Means you can also use P&L account first, then general reserve. You can use general reserve first, then P&L account. But the first three reserves should be used in that order only. Capital redemption reserve, then security premium, then capital reserve. After capital reserve, which reserve you use in which order is not important. Now, partly paid bonus shares, which sources are available? Capital redemption reserve is not available to use to give partly paid bonus shares. Security premium is not available. Now understand the logic behind these two. Why we cannot use these two for giving partly paid bonus shares? What did I tell you is the meaning of redemption? Repayment. Now partly paid bonus shares means they only have not paid full money to the company. Then how can you repay them from capital redemption reserve? Repayment can be done only to those people who have paid the money in full. That is fully paid bonus shares. Since partly paid bonus shares, full amount of 10 rupees is not paid by the shareholders, as per the company law, capital redemption reserve cannot be used to give that bonus. Repayment cannot be done until they themselves pay their liability in full. Okay. Second, security premium, why it cannot be used? Assume there are two set of shareholders in the company, A and B. A shareholders who bought the shares of the company at premium at one point of time. B shareholders who bought the shares of the company at par at some point of time. Now, premium means you collected money from some shareholders. And let us say second set of shareholders who bought money or shares at the different point of time, but they did not pay in full. They have paid only 8 rupees. How can you use that premium collected from one set of shareholders to pay to other set of shareholders who have not even paid full money? Are these people fool to pay you full money plus premium so that their money you can use to give to other set of shareholders who have not even paid full money? Company law does not permit this. So even security premium cannot be used to give partly paid bonus shares. Keep this in mind. So partly paid bonus shares, what will be the first priority? Straight away, you will use capital reserve. But which capital reserve? Which is available in cash. Then you can use general reserve, profit and loss, and other revenue reserves in any order. But if capital reserve is there, first you use capital reserve, then same, general reserve, profit and loss account, and other revenue reserves you can use in any order. Okay, so these three here also can be used in any order. Any reserve can be used first. But for partly paid up bonus shares, very first you'll use capital reserve, then the other in any order. You can pause the video and note it down if you have not written this table yet. Sources of bonus issue and order of priority. Okay. Once you complete, then you play the video and write down this note. What note? This note is regarding this third point. Capital reserve available in cash can only be utilized. Okay, capital reserve available in cash can only be utilized. Okay, keep it in mind. Revaluation reserve form of capital reserve cannot be utilized. Now we come to the accounting part. So what accounting entries are to be passed for this, and this is what is important throughout the chapter. Concepts and fundamentals are all blah blah only. Good to understand, romantic to understand, but no relevance from exam point of view. From exam point of view, I made you write what all is relevant: meaning of bonus shares, types of bonus shares, sources of bonus issue in priority. Now accounting part. So accounting, all of you make two columns. One, partly paid bonus shares, and second, accounting for fully paid bonus shares. All of you would put your pens down and understand the concept first, and then you note it down so that the complete concept of entries is clear to you first. Okay, I repeat, put your pens down and first you understand the complete concept, then you can pause the video and note it down again. Now partly paid bonus. Very first, what a partly paid bonus? Final call is given as bonus to the shareholders. Okay, very first, when you sanction the bonus, to the shareholders, then the entry to be passed is, as I said, how do you give the bonus? You withdraw the money from the reserves of the company. Which reserves? These reserves in this order. Reserves have what balance? Credit balance. If you use those reserves, you will reverse and debit the reserves. So reserves account debit. Whichever reserves are used in that priority, all those reserves you will debit. I repeat, how do we give the bonus? We are withdrawing the money from the reserves. Reserves have which balance? Credit balance. So now if you are cancelling those reserves, withdrawing the money from those reserves, you will reverse and debit those reserves. And temporarily we transfer the money to bonus to shareholders account. Okay, temporarily we transfer the money to bonus to shareholders account. This is the entry to be passed as soon as the directors sanction the bonus in the company. Now, once partly paid bonus is sanctioned, then we have to pass two entries of final call. Partly paid bonus means final call was not paid by the shareholders. So, for final call money due, what entry we studied in the last chapter for final call money due? Equity share, final call account debit, final call money is receivable, debit the receivable. So share final call account debit to share capital account. This entry we studied in the last chapter. So now final call you are giving in bonus means first you will have to pass the entry for final call money due. Now for issue of bonus shares, what entry you will pass? Now in the last chapter, what entry we used to pass after final call money due, final call money received? What was the entry for final call money received? Bank account debit. Bank is the receiver, debit the receiver, bank account debit. And to close this share final call account, we used to reverse and credit that. So what was the entry? Bank account debit to share final call account. Now tell me, can we debit bank account? Are we going to receive the money? No. We are giving this shares as bonus, means we are not going to receive any money, so we cannot say bank account debit. So what will you do? This bonus to shareholders you will reverse and debit and close. That we will utilize to give this bonus shares. So in the first entry, bonus to shareholders, what we have credited, that you will reverse and debit. Bonus to shareholders account debit, and instead of bank account debit, because we are giving it free of cost, no money is going to be received, so bank account cannot be debited. Instead of bank, we debit bonus to shareholders, but you credit the same account. This share final call we have to close and credit, so to share final call account. So these three entries we will pass in our questions. Only three entries against 13, 14 entries what we used to do in last chapter. Which three entries whenever partly paid bonus shares come? First entry, to sanction the bonus, reserves to bonus to shareholders. Next, final call money due, same as last chapter, share final call account debit to share capital. And third, normally we pass bank to final call, but instead of bank, which account will you debit? Bonus to shareholders account debit to final call. Okay. Now fully paid bonus shares. First, sanction of bonus, same entry. For fully paid bonus shares, for sanction of bonus, again we will pass same entry, reserves account debit to bonus to shareholders account. Now here there is nothing like final call money due because they are already fully paid. So straight away after the sanction, we will issue the bonus shares. Straight away that third entry will come, issue of bonus shares. But how will that third entry change? Again, because we utilize the same bonus, this bonus as we reversed and debited in the third entry, here also this bonus we will reverse and debit in the next entry. So bonus to shareholders account debit. Okay, bonus to shareholders account debit. But now you will not credit final call. Directly transfer this money to share capital. Directly transfer this money to share capital. So in fully paid bonus, only this first and third entry will come. Second entry of final call due will not come. First entry exactly same. And even this third entry, instead of share final call, directly you will credit share capital. Okay. What you all can do is pause the video and note down these entries. Okay. And then I'll explain you one last concept and we wind up with today's lecture. Pause the video and note down these entries. Okay. Now, what last concept I'm explaining you? Don't write anything now. Okay. Don't do any cancellations in your notebook, just for understanding I'm telling you. What is the combined effect of all these three entries? Bonus to shareholders account closed. Final call account closed. What remains? Reserves account debit. 2. Reserves account debit, bonus gets closed, final call gets closed, to share capital account. This is the combined effect of all the three entries. Bonus and final call gets closed. Here also, bonus gets closed. What is the combined effect of both the entries? Reserves account debit and bonus gets closed to share capital. Combined effect is same in both the situations. Now reserves account debit, their credit balance we debited. So minus from reserves, 1 lakh minus 50,000, 50,000. To share capital means plus in share capital increases. So plus in share capital, 1 lakh plus 50,000, 1 lakh 50,000. That is what I explained you in the beginning. You are just transferring the money from one pocket to another. From which pocket to which pocket? From reserves pocket to share capital's pocket. You are transferring the money from reserves pocket to share capital pocket. From reserves you subtract in the balance sheet and in share capital you add in the balance sheet. So this is the effect which automatically takes place once you pass this journal entries in the books of accounts. However, as I said, you don't cancel anything in your books of in your notebooks, not books of accounts, notebooks. Okay. So I hope everyone is clear with this concept and fundamentals of bonus shares. You can revise and rewind it again if there is any confusion. Practical questions of the same we will start in the next lecture. All these entries without seeing, learn by heart, rewrite it again in the notebook and submit it to our supervisors by the end of the day. Okay. Bye everyone. Take care. See you in the next lecture.